Good morning, children. Welcome back to mathematics class. Hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. So, children, let us start today's class. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 5, arithmetic progressions, lecture number 7. And children, the content I am going to cover from NCERT. Children, in today's lecture, the topics which I am going to cover, they are number 1. We will be continuing with the word problems based on nth term and to find the sum of first n terms of an AP. For that, children, I am going to consult exercise 5.3 and after that I am going to continue with the horse questions from exercise 5.4. Correct, students? Children, from exercise 5.3 are two questions were left, that were question number 19 and 20th. Those questions I am going to teach you today. So let us start question number 19. 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. 20 logs in the bottom row, 19 in the next row, 18 in the row next to it, and so on. Correct, student? You know what is the meaning of logs? Logs means pieces of woods. Fine. So in how many rows are the 200 logs placed? And in how many logs are there in the top row? Fine, this is part number 1, and part number 2 is which value is depicted in the pattern of logs. Correct, students? So let us start its solution. Number of logs stacked in each row, they are going to form a sequence, that is 20, then 19, then 18, then 17, and so on. Through this list of numbers, children, you can come to know that they are going to form an AP. Fine. See, basically, how did they start placing the logs? First of all, in the bottom row, 20 logs were placed. Then above that, 19 were there. Then above that, 18 and so on. And how many total logs were placed? They were total 200. So, means Sn must be known as 200 here in this question. Correct? Student, as the list of the numbers in which the logs are placed, they are going to form AP. So through this you can come to know what is A. A is equal to 20. What would be the common difference? D is equal to 19 minus 20. That would be minus 1. Correct. And what we have to find out in this question, we will have to tell how many rows are the 200 logs placed. In how many rows are the 200 logs placed? Fine. So it means I will have to calculate n. Correct, students? So I am just going to consider it. Let the number of rows be n. Fine. And as you know that total number of logs are 200. So Sn must be equal to 200. Children, let us recall the formula to find the sum of first n terms of AP. That is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So in this very formula, I am just going to insert the value of A as well as D. So as Sn is equal to 200, then it would be n by 2 into 2 into, at place of A, children, I will be writing 20 plus, as I do not know what is n is n actually. So n minus 1 into, what is the common difference? That is minus 1 is equal to 200. So let us simplify the bracket first. 2 into 20, you will be getting 40. This is n into minus 1 will give you minus n. Minus 1 into minus 1 will give you plus 1. Fine. And this 2, as it is going to be divided with the whole expression written on left hand side. So it must be divided when I am going to take it on. It must be multiplied when I am going to take it on right hand side. Here it is going to be divided with the complete expression. Fine. So now I am going to take this 2. Definitely it will be multiplied by 200. So I am going to get 400. Correct, students? So after simplifying, I have got n into 40 minus n plus 1 is equal to 400. Now multiply each and every term which is written in the bracket by n. So I will be getting 40n minus n into n, you will get n square, plus n into 1 you will be getting n is equal to 400. Correct, students? Let us simplify it. It would become minus n square plus 40n plus 1n will become 41n. And this 400 which was written on right hand side, I have brought it on left hand side. It has become minus 400 is equal to 0. Let us take minus 1 as common. So you will be getting n square minus 41n plus 400 is equal to 0. Children, now you have got a quadratic equation in n. So what you have to do? Definitely you have to simplify it because we want the value of n. So by factorization method, I am going to split the middle term. What do I want? In the middle term, I want the sum as minus 41n and the product I want as 400n square. Correct? So let us split the middle term in such a way so that the sum should be minus 41n and the product of those two values must be 400n square. Correct, students? So let us split it. N square minus, it would be 25n minus 16n plus 400 is equal to 0. Minus minus plus, sign will be of minus. So minus 25n minus 16n will give you minus 41n. Correct, student? And when you are going to multiply minus 25n by minus 16n, you will be getting 400n square. Correct, students? Now from first two terms, I am going to take n as common. So I will be getting n minus 25 inside the bracket. From last two terms, I am going to take minus 16 as common. So I will be getting n minus 25 in the bracket is equal to 0. Now this is n minus 25, n minus 25 will be taken as common. Now inside another bracket, it would be n minus 16 is equal to 0. So while putting both the expressions equal to 0, I have got either n is equal to 25 or n is equal to 16. So children, you know that there cannot be the two values of n. Why? Because it is said in the question that in how many rows are 200 logs placed. So either 200 logs will be placed in 16 number of rows or they will be placed in 25 number of rows. So let us check which one will be the actual number of terms in which 200 logs are going to be placed. Correct, students? So what is to be done for that? Here, hence the number of rows is either 25 or 16. But which one will suit to us? So that we can place 200 logs. Correct? While keeping the 20 logs in the bottom row, then 19 in the next, then 18 in the next, and so on. Correct? So what is to be done in this question now? As we will have to tell that how many logs are placed in the top row. Children, you know that we started from bottom. In the bottom 20 were placed. Then above that 19, then above that 18, and of course in the top row how many logs will be placed. So while calculating this the number of logs which we are going to place in the last row, we can come to know which value of n will suit us. Fine. So let us take the very first value of n. N is equal to 25. Children, as you know that we started AP from 20, then 19, then 18. Of course, the bottom row will be considered, was considered as the very first term. So whatever row will be there which is going to keep the number of logs at the last, or I should say at the top, that would be considered as the nth term. Correct? So now I am going to calculate the nth term. So that would be an. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. And children, you know very well that nth term is nothing but the last term only. So here also we are asked that how many logs will be placed in the top row. Basically that top row will be considered as the last term. Correct, students? So now a, you know, a is equal to 20 and we are going to assume in first case as 25. It would be 25 minus 1 into, what would be d? D we have just calculated. That is minus 1. Correct? Now let us simplify it. You will be getting 20. This is 25 minus 1 you will be getting 24 into minus 1 you will be getting minus 24. So it would be minus 4. Definitely this value will be rejected. Why? Because this was an. An is nothing but the number of logs which were placed in the top row. And children, you know that the number of logs can never ever be negative. So definitely n is equal to 25 will not be considered as the number of rows so that we can place 200 logs. Correct? Now let us take the next value. Suppose if I am going to take n is equal to 16. So what it would be? Definitely I have to tell, because till now I have not told you that how many logs were placed in the top row, or I should call it the last row. Fine. So again I have to calculate the nth term, that is an. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula you know very well. So at place of a you put 20 plus, now at place of n you will be writing 16 minus 1 into, common difference is minus 1. Correct? So you will be getting 20 plus 15 into minus 1. That is 20 minus 15 is equal to 5. Number of logs will be a positive value. Fine. So an is equal to 5. So thus what can we say? Hence the number of rows will be 16 and the number of logs which are placed in the top row, that will be 5. Correct, students? Now one more part is asked in this. What is said? That what value is depicted through this pattern of logs. So what would be the answer, children? The pattern of logs show space saving creativity, reasoning, and of course balancing. Fine. Because the logs are placed in such a way so that the space will be saved and there will be proper reasoning as well as a balance must be maintained. Correct, students? To place the logs in such a way so that proper spacing should be used, proper spacing should be required for that. Proper space should be used as well as there should be a proper balance maintained. So for that definitely children reasoning is required. Correct? So what is the answer? The pattern of log shows space saving creativity. Fine, of course there is creativity to place the logs in such a way so that less space will be used and there should be proper balance maintained as well. Correct, students? Now children, let us switch to the next word problem. This is very important question and definitely the reasoning is used in this question as well. Please be alert. In a potato race, a bucket is placed at the starting point. You can see in this whatever statement I am going to read, I am just going to explain you side by side through the diagram. There is a bucket placed. Fine. Where it is placed? At the starting point, which is 5 meters from the first potato. This is the position of the very first potato. Correct? Look, this is the position of the first potato. And what is the distance between the bucket and the first potato? That is 5 meters. After that, and the other potatoes are placed 3 meters apart in the straight line. Now what is the distance? What should be the gap between the other potatoes? That is 3 meter each. Fine, students? Okay. There are basically total 10 potatoes kept in the straight line. They are total 10 in number. Fine. Now let us start continuing with reading the question. A competitor starts from the bucket and picks up the nearest potato, runs back with it and drops it in the bucket, runs back to pick up the next potato, runs to the bucket to drop it in, and she continues in the same way until all the potatoes that were 10 in number, they are in the bucket. What is the total distance the competitor has to run? So children, let us understand the question first. What does the question say? Here the competitor is the girl. What is said in the question? That a competitor starts from the bucket and pick up to the nearest potato. So children, when the girl started running from the bucket, then how much distance is she going to cover so that she can pick the very first potato? Children, you can see that the very first potato is kept at a distance of 5 meters. She started running from here, from the bucket area. Then she reached and covered the distance of 5 meters. Then she picked the potato and then she ran back and dropped the potato in the bucket. Then can you let me know how much is the total distance covered by the girl to pick the first potato? That is 10 meters. Correct, students? Now children, after dropping the first potato, again the girl started running. Fine. She started running from the bucket area. Then how much is the total distance covered by the girl? That is 8 meters. She picked the potato and then again ran back and dropped the potato in the bucket. Then how much is the total distance covered by the girl? This is 5 meters plus 3 meters. That is 8 meters. 8 meters she covered when she started moving from the bucket area and reached up to second potato. Fine. Then she picked the second potato and dropped back into the bucket. Then total distance which is covered by the girl in coming and then in going back, that is 16 meters. Correct, students? Now children, it is the turn to get the third potato. So this is 5 meters plus 3 meters plus 3 meters. How much it is? Total 11 meters is covered to pick the potato. And after that, after picking the potato, then again the child covered the same distance so that she could put it there in the bucket. Correct, student? Please don't be confused that this is the symbol which I have written here G. This is for girl. Actually, after picking the potato, the girl is running towards the bucket so that she can drop it here in the bucket. Correct, student? So now let us start its solution. The distance run by the competitor to pick the first, second, third, fourth potato and so on. They are in first, while picking the first potato and dropping it back to the bucket. How much is the total distance covered by the girl? That is 10 meter. In the same manner, to pick the second potato and then dropping back it to the bucket, total 16 meter was covered. In the same manner, for picking the third potato and picking it, dropping it there in the bucket, total 22 meter was covered by the child. And for the fourth potato, total 28 meter was covered and so on. Correct, students? Children, this given list of number is in AP, where A is equal to 10 and what is D, which is the common difference, that is 16 minus 10 is equal to 6. How will I come to know that this is list of numbers is in AP? Because the common difference is same. When you subtracted 10 from 16, you got 6. When you subtracted 16 from 22, again you got 6. And when you subtracted 22 from 28, again you got 6. Correct, students? So children, as we will have to find out that how much is the total distance covered by the competitor, fine, so that she could pick and drop all the 10 potatoes in the bucket. So definitely children, we will have to calculate S10. Why S10? Because the number of potatoes is 10. So let us once recall the formula to calculate the sum of first n term of AP, that is n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Now children, here I am going to insert the value of A as well as D. So the AP series was 10, 16, 22, 28 and so on. Fine. So definitely what is A? A is equal to 10, and what is common difference D? That is 16 minus 10 is equal to 6. So let us substitute these values over here. N is equal to 10. So it would become S10 is equal to 10 by 2 into 2 into 10 plus 10 minus 1 into common difference is 6. So let us simplify it. It would be 5 into 2 tens are 20 plus 9 into 6, you will be getting 54. So add them. It means 5 into 74 is equal to 370 meter. What is 370 meter? This is basically, children, the total distance which is covered by the competitor. Fine. To pick how many potatoes? 10 potatoes. And after picking them, she was supposed to drop them in the bucket as well. Now children, with this very question I have finished with exercise 5.3. Now I am going to continue with exercise 5.4, which is the optional exercise of NCERT, in which all the HOTS are present. Fine. HOTS number 1 was, I made you understand in my previous lecture. So let us switch to question number 2. The sum of third and the seventh term of an AP is 6 and their product is 8. Find the sum of first 16 terms of the AP. Fine. So let us start. Because here we do not know AP, like AP we do not have given in this question. So definitely we will have to assume first term as well as the common difference. So let the first term and the common difference of AP be A and D respectively. According to question, sum of third and seventh term. How do we write, children, the third term of AP? That is A3. And A7 will be the seventh term of AP. And what is said? That we will have to add them. What is the sum given in the question? That the sum of the third and the seventh term of AP is 6. So children, you know, using generalized form, how do we write A3? We used to write it A plus 2D plus A7 will be written as A plus 6D is equal to 6. Let us simplify them. A plus A will become 2A. 2D plus 6D will become 8D is equal to 6. Let us take 2 common from both the sides. After taking common, I am going to get this equation. A plus 4D is equal to 3. That will be known as equation number 1. Correct, students? Now let us continue with the statement part. We will have to go for the product also of third as well as the seventh term. And what is the product given? That is 8. So can I write A3 into A7 is equal to 8? What is A3 using generalized form? it would be a plus 2d into a plus 6d is equal to 8. Now we will be solving this very equation. See children, I have written a plus 2d as a plus 4d minus 2d, because plus 4d minus 2d will definitely give you 2d only. And the another expression was a plus 6d. 6d is also broken in two parts, that is 4d plus 2d. So children, I have got a plus 4d plus 2d and their product is equal to 8. Why I have split 2d as well as 6d? What is the reason behind that? Because I will be having the value given in equation number 1. Look, this was the value given, that was a plus 4d is equal to 3. Fine, that's why I have broken 2d as well as 6d. How did I break 2d? It was broken 4d minus 2d and 6d 4d plus 2d. Correct students? Now children, from equation number 1, a plus 4d, I am just going to put the value which is equal to 3. It would become 3 minus 2d into 3 plus 2d, that is equal to 8. Children, just observe this equation very carefully, left hand side part especially. Isn't it an identity number 3, that is a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. So you will be having a minus b into a plus b given. After simplifying, we will be getting a square minus b square. What is a? 3. So 3 square will be 9 minus, what is b? b is 2d. 2d whole square will be 4d square, which is equivalent to 8. Minus 4d square is equal to 8 minus 9. That will be equal to minus 1. Cancel this minus sign. So children, I have got d square is equal to 1 upon 4. So what is the value of d? d is equal to plus minus 1 upon 2. This concept I have taught you, because here d square is equal to 1 by 4 is nothing but a quadratic equation in one variable. For quadratic equation, children, you know very well that there are two roots possible. Fine. So when I am going to remove this square, it would become under root with plus minus. So what is the value of d? d is equal to plus minus 1 by 2. Now using these two values of d, I am going to get two values of a as well. Correct? The very first equation which was formed, that was a plus 4d is equal to 3. Now children, here I am going to insert the value of d in case number 1, when I am going to take d is equal to half, so that I can get the value of a. So this is a plus 4 into half is equal to 3. Cancel 4 and 2. So you will be getting a plus 2 is equal to 3. So what is the value of a? a is equal to 1. Correct students? What we have to find out in this question, basically we will have to find out the sum of first 16 terms of the AP. So definitely n will be 16, as we will have to calculate the sum. So let us recall the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So what would be S16? S16 is equal to 16 by 2 into 2 into a. What is a? A we have just got, children, that is 1 plus 16 minus 1 into half. What is this half? This is actually d. Correct students? So now let us simplify it. 16 upon 2 will become 8. 2 ones are 2 plus this is 15 into 1 by 2, that is 15 by 2. Correct? Now I am going to solve the bracket first. While taking LCM 2, so what I am going to get, children, suppose if I have taken LCM as 2, 2 divided by 1, you will be getting 2, and 2 into 2, that is 4. So 4 plus, here 2 divided by 2, you will be getting 1, and 1 into 15, you will be getting 15. So this is 4 plus 15 upon 2, that is 19 upon 2. Fine. So let us solve them. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. So children, 19 into 4, you will be getting 76. So what is this? This is S16 is equal to 76. Fine. This is basically the sum of first 16 terms of AP. Now children, I am going to take another value of d. As we got two values of d, what were they? d is equal to 1 by 2 and d is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now let us switch to d is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now again I have to calculate the value of a so that I can get S16. How to calculate the value of a? Look here please. A is equal to 3 minus 4d, or even you can substitute the value of a over here also. Sorry, the value of d over here also to come to know the value of a. So from here I have calculated the value of a. It would be a is equal to 3 minus 4d, correct? So now let us substitute the value of d over here. It will be 3 minus 4 into minus 1 by 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So I have got 3 plus 2, that is 5. This is the value of a, that is 5, and d is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now let us calculate S16 once again. As it is said in the question, same formula children, Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. I am going to put the value. At place of n I am writing 16, at place of a I am writing 5, and at place of d I am writing minus 1 by 2. So children, I have got 16 by 2 into 2 into a, that is 2 into 5, plus n minus 1. N is 16, 16 minus 1 will give you 15 into d, that is minus 1 by 2. Let us simplify the bracket. This is 2 into 5, that will give you 10 minus 15 by 2. Correct? Now taking LCM, after taking LCM, it would be 20 minus 15 upon 2, that is 5 by 2 into 8. Simplify them, 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. So I have got 4 into 5, that is 20. This is what actually, this is S16. Correct students? So children, that's it for the day. Children, I explained you that I am just going to pick all the difficult word problems. Fine. So today we have finished with the word problem, as well as I have covered 2 HOTS questions also. Now this is the time to get mathematics homework. Now children, only 3 HOTS are left. So those 3 HOTS I am going to take in my next lecture. Fine. So after that we will be finishing this chapter. You please note down your maths homework. You are not supposed to do any new question. You will have to just revise exercise 5.2 in your practice notebook, and along with it you will have to do these classwork questions which I have covered today. They were question number 19 and 20th of exercise 5.3 and question number 2, which was HOTS of exercise 5.4. Fine students? So that's it for the day. Please like the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.